What we have here is evidence that the topology of the world is not the topology that we ordinarily see. Separated by a certain distance. We walk across a room and we think, well, we've left the far wall of the room behind us and so forth. But there's an attempt to say, well, maybe things that from our macroscopic point of view appear to be widely separated in space, like New York and Chicago, just to take two macroscopic examples, from a microscopic point of view might actually be... What we have here is evidence that the topology of the world is not the topology that we ordinarily see.
Look at that! Whoa! How about that for a refresh? Looks pretty good. Oh yeah, the lighting changed. Did you see that? That wasn't a feature before, and it is now. AKA, it's just I just had dinner. I'm kind of tired, but I hope that resolves during the stream. Anyway, hello there and welcome back. My name is Paul Aiken. As always, you've got an amazing week. Today is Friday, September 5th, 2025, which means Friday Chill is back from break, baby. Yeah, we just had that premiere, Spain Dubs 4 documentary, anyway, Paul, I remember you're a Hatsune Miku plush. What was that supposed to mean? I know your past, Ghost of Sparta. Oh man, obese Pikachu should jump scare the camera at the end. Damn it, forgot about that. Man, y'all always have the best ideas. I should probably ask you guys first before I do any of these. Anyway, we have some new background music to test out, so here we go. I say new background music because it turns out that the Lo-Fi Girl stream is indeed not 100% royalty-free. I've been getting tons of content ID claims on Friday Chill streams, and trust me, it's been fun going song by song, video by video, VOD by VOD, deleting and sorting out the content ID claims. Oh man. So yeah, that's fun. Oh man, it's a reference to a human. I remember it. Dr. Dysphoria is now canon to the Friday Show lore. How so? Oh, because of the panda. Okay, the panda plushie. Well, he's always been canon. He's just chilling down here. It's not as easy to see. It's a reference to Paul's Hatsune Miku Fumo that he always hides just off frame. Hatsune Miku is indeed just off frame. Like if you were to hold on. So this stream is 18:9, right? But the camera feed is 16:9, so I have to zoom it in a little bit. So the camera's actually recording a little bit more. Just above this LED strip is a series of drawers, and on top of one of those drawers is Hatsune Miku, the plushie. So yeah, it is indeed just off frame. Modus, I remember your cubic graphs. What's that supposed to mean again? What are you trying to tell me with that? Hold on, I gotta turn on the AC. It is getting kind of toasty here, and the air is getting pretty thick. So yeah, I have to cool it down a little bit. There we go. Okay, there we go. When the graph has two turning points. Okay, so we just had that vlogumentary premiere. Lots of memes, lots of references in that. So yeah. By the way, I'm going to be very careful what audio I play and don't play from now on, since we are partners. Because this video has some content ID claims, like alien weapon, for example. Now that's fine, but if I play the video with the audio, I'm likely going to get the same content ID claims, and I'd rather the stream stay clean. Okay, so yeah, it's just I go through a bunch of like foreshadowing in a way, like preview stuff, memes, and yeah, most eggs fried on pavement. Yeah, we go through a bunch of rehearsal footage. I started. This is funny because I started with the last rehearsal. So yeah, I described what you get by going to a rehearsal space. It costs you money, unless it doesn't, because for me it's technically free. Because I once became like a semi-finalist in one of those competitions I used to play live for. So I didn't win, but I got far enough that they gave me a 1,500 euro grant for rehearsal spaces, and this is the one I chose, right? So I get to go here for 1,500 euros worth of hours, and I still haven't exhausted it, and it's practically unlimited, the grant. So I've been spreading that thing for like 5 years by now. It's crazy. I've been using this grant for 5 years and I still haven't exhausted it. So yeah, I got new wach band, but nobody cares. Yes, that would be true. Roasted. So yeah, we got HVAC in here, and we got Spanish heat. that's a good thing. Paul, Pablo, I remember your Spain Dubs DJ set. Yes, you do, because I put it out not too long ago. I put it out like, what, 10 days ago. Yeah, that's why you remember it, because it's fresh. So yeah, I talked to you guys about why this wouldn't work, the Denon thing, because they were using Serato. And by the way, I no longer have this deck. I sold it off a few weeks ago. Hopefully, with the money I got from that, I will be buying a Pioneer soon enough. I haven't bought it yet. I don't need to buy it right away. So if I can save up a little more, maybe I can spend a little bit extra and get a higher model. Who knows? Certainly not the one they brought to the show, which is like $3.5 grand. As I showed you guys in the video. Yeah, right here. This is big. This is a big one. $3,449 is the MSRP for this thing, and the organizer, Danny, which goes by, not to be confused with Danny Demand. I'm talking about Hyperbeam. Hyperbeam. He's the organizer. The like main organizer for the Spain Dub stuff. He owns this as far as my knowledge goes. How much you got from that thing? I sold it off for 650 euros. Which is already more than a lot of people were willing to give me. Like my first price, I first set the thing at 700 euros. So I wanted 700 for it. And then after I got a bunch of comments going like 300, like, dude, that's like asking me to like sell like an iPhone 14 Pro for like $200. It's not happening. It's not happening, dude. For 300, you're not even getting the box. So yeah, I eventually had to lower it just a teeny bit to 650. But yeah, Hyperbeam, Chime, and Wind Elementals references. Yes, tons of references and memes. So yeah, and then we went to Madrid. I don't have as much footage of the trip as I would have wanted. At least not enough that I could show. Right. But yeah, hopefully next time. This is like the first time ever I've done a travel vlog. So, or at least I've attempted to do a travel vlog. I don't have nearly enough footage. I went through this part pretty quickly, but yeah, I just hope that was fun. Maybe, and I've just don't. So yeah, I actually brought with me 5 USBs. 5. The first one was enough, but just in case. And yeah, I popped up first thing, and you can see me, like, the screen is listing all the tracks in here, and I'm browsing through my tracks and loading them onto the deck. So yeah, that worked. Yes, 5 USBs. They asked us to bring 2, so 1 main, 2 as a backup. I brought 5 because I don't have, well, at the time I didn't have anything that worked with Rekordbox. So it was gonna be, once I got there, I would know if what I did was correct. So yeah. Better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. For sure. You're a madman for bringing 5. Yes. In fact, I have the exact pouch. The exact USB drives I brought to this thing. I have 3 of them right here. The other 2 are not here with me because one is plugged into my PS2, because that was the USB thumb drive I had to put my PS2 games on it. I had to format it. So I could bring it to the thing. But yes, I have this is the exact pouch I brought to Madrid with all the USB drives, and there's like 3 of them here. So there's this is a super old one. Check this out. 4 gigabytes. It's USB 2.0. It's ancient. But hey, the DJ decks really like these. Like USB 2.0. Honestly, bring USB 2.0 to like DJ decks. They're like almost guaranteed to work. And then I have this little fella. This is 32 gigs USB 3, and then this is also a USB 2.0. This one has been through fucking like hell. So this one is 8 gig. Yes, I know. I have ancient drives. I used to have a 512 megabyte one, but unfortunately that one got corrupted beyond repair, and I had to throw it out. But yeah, so this thing has been through so much, so much trouble. I've left this thing in my pants, in the washing machine, several times. I left this thing in my pocket, and the pants with the drive inside have been to the washing machine several times. And somehow it still lives. I also had this thing where, for some reason, the... shit, please come off. So I have this like makeshift like cover for it, right? This like silicone USB plug for it. But the thing is, there was one time where I put it like just slightly off to where it, like pinned the underside of the USB like that, and it started to and since this is just plastic, it started to like fold outward. It started to break apart, and I almost destroyed the USB. So that was fun. I almost destroyed this thing several times. Anyway, I'm not generous with my... I'm not. I shouldn't be allowed anywhere near a USB drive anytime soon. Oh man, that USB is more ancient than your mom. No, it's not. My mom has indeed outlived the USB, the USB craze. I suppose I still have two 8 megabyte PS2 memory cards where there's progress of some Transformers game and Tiger Woods Golf Simulator. Yeah, no, the thing is, I have a PS2, therefore I have a PS2 memory card. That's not a flex. I have... If you thought that was a flex, that's not a flex. Okay, just like putting it out there. I just have a USB drive because my PS2 is modded, so I can load games off of USB. I have this thing called Open PS2 Loader, OPL, not to be confused with Opal. And so I could just like put games on a USB stick, and that's how I've been playing God of War 1. Or at least until I got so stuck I didn't even know how to progress. I'm pretty sure I soft locked that game. I don't know how. I've arrived into this puzzle that it has to be missing something. It has to be missing something. I like for sure. There's like some piece of the puzzle that's just like I feel like there should be something there, but there's not. And I can't, for the life of me, find any way to solve that puzzle. I'm pretty sure I fucking soft-locked that thing. And I don't even know how. So, yeah. OPL. Opal. Yes. Opal. Adrian is just reacting to the Repos Network willpower thing. Yeah, we should talk about that. Did you try looking up a tutorial for that part? I specifically tried not to, but it's been months. Months, as in, it's been months since I last played God of War 1. So, like, I arrived at that part, I tried it out for a couple days, and then I saw that, yeah, that wasn't working, so... So, shall we talk about the Repos Network willpower stuff? Shall we absolutely scold the frick out of SoundCloud for Artists? I know it's not flex, but I'm kind of shocked that games like this could fit their progress in a few megabytes, and now you need 50 gigabytes for some indie Steam game patch update with terrible graphics. The thing is, save games still take very little space. All they are is just a register of which progress flags are on in the game and which progress flags are off. So that only needs a few kilobytes at most, maybe even bytes. Like SoundCloud needs a spanking again. Yeah, so here's the thing. You guys know that for our feedback hour streams, tomorrow Saturday we have a feedback hour stream, by the way. We have a theme song for our Saturday streams. That would be Willpower. Willpower is the Follow the Bouncing Bass song. Okay? The Follow the Bouncing Bass song came out, as you know, on O4 Collective in March of 2020 and was distributed to stores through Repost Network. That was the distributor they used at the time. You might know that not long after that, SoundCloud bought Repost Network and renamed it to SoundCloud for Artists. Okay, so now Repost Network and SoundCloud for Artists are the same thing, are one and the same, okay? It turns out that because I've now imported all of my Twitch VODs onto YouTube, every single instance of the Feedback Hour theme of Follow the Bouncing Bass is content ID'd. So I have like 400 videos with content ID claims, and that, like every single Feedback Hour stream is content ID claimed because it has the Willpower theme song. And I have to sort that, right? So, yeah. By the way, having so many claims, having so many videos claimed is, like, right now, it's preventing me from using channel memberships. So, if you haven't seen the join or become member button next to the subscribe button on my channel, that's the reason. It's willpower. Okay, so I went, okay, let's ask the distributor to clean it up for us. Let's ask the distributor, since it's my own song, to whitelist my channel from those content ID claims, so my own songs don't get claimed in my channel. Okay, so I did. I first asked Symphonic to pull the songs I distributed through them, to pull their content ID claims from my channel, and they obliged. Within 48 hours, they were all released. Great. On to Repost Network, then. So, first off, I tried to submit... I tried to send a message to... So, SoundCloud really wants you to use their Help Center chatbot. Okay? And I'm going to perform a live demo for you, okay? I'm going to show you just how useless the SoundCloud chatbot is currently at this point in time. Okay? It hasn't reacted to a single message of mine since June. June! Okay? It's been 3 months since the chatbot talked to me. I have no fucking idea, okay? So, live demo, okay? I'm gonna switch here. And as you can see, I'm on the SoundCloud Help Center, and I have the chatbot right here. Okay, so this is their chatbot. And as you can see, since June, I want it to report some things with song playback, like the thing about the playlist tracks disappearing. I wanted to report that. They never listened. And then, since the 1st of this month, it's been 4 days since that, I wanted to talk to them about whitelisting my YouTube channel and having content ID claims on my own music pulled from my videos. And then, just to see if the chatbot would react to a specific string of words, I texted, I have issues with YouTube content ID then. And then this afternoon, I did the exact same. You're going to see. I'm going to send the same message again. Okay? You're going to see how it says sent, and then it just, like, nothing ever happens after that. Sent just now. You saw it here, boys. Nothing's happening. The AI has ghosted me. Imagine it works now. Wouldn't that be fun? I would actually love to be able to sort this out live as we speak. It's just you guys would get to see the absolute insanity of some of this. SoundCloud is such a waste that not even their build of ChatGPT is working. So yeah, there we go. It's Otto. Otto. Last time Otto spoke to me was I don't even remember, but it was sometime in June, and then it just poofed out of existence. I need to go get me some more water after this. So, their first line of defense, non-existent. Okay, so this is what SoundCloud really wants you to do right now. Like, they really, really, really want you to use this thing. Okay, they really don't want you sending any emails. They don't want you pinging their Twitter. They want you to use this. And the one thing they want you to use is ghosting me. So, okay, let's keep it going. I sent a copyright dispute to Repost Network. Okay, and I told them, hey, this is my song, please clear it from my channel. And then, in case they needed it, I linked them to another VOD where I actually did the project breakdown for Willpower in 2020. So, a VOD from 5 years ago where I did the full project breakdown. This is what I got in every single dispute of Willpower. Okay? This is what I got every single time. I spent like a solid half hour disputing like on like 30 separate videos. This is what I got every single time. Hi Modus. After reviewing your dispute, Repost Network has decided that their copyright claim is still valid. What? The copyright owner might disagree with your dispute. The reason you gave for disputing the claim may have been insufficient or invalid. So apparently, I am the producer. Here's the project breakdown is insufficient. So, as a response to this, today I submitted an appeal to that dispute, and this time I sent them a recording from today of me opening the project file today, September 5th, 2025, okay, and I sent them the stems for Willpower. If the appeal does not get approved, if Repost still decides my song is not mine, I can get a copyright strike on my channel, which is just fantastic. Can I get the stems? Okay. So, we'll talk about that later in the Discord chat, okay? So, if Repost decides that my song is not mine, even though I provided them video proof and literally the stems, I can get a copyright strike on my channel. Now, granted, one copyright strike is not going to do anything. I can just wait it out 90 days and it'll go away. But I can't wait 90 days for me to have another chance of having channel memberships. That's money I'm losing every single day. Okay. So, yeah. Now, you might be wondering, why don't you message the label owner? Why don't you message Paper Skies? And here's the thing, I did. He hasn't been able to reply yet, so he seems to be pretty busy. So in that time, I've done some digging of my own, and I discovered that even if he was online and he said yes, he wouldn't be able to do it. Because check this out. You know how I mentioned that the label 04 Collective also used Repost Network back in the day to distribute Willpower? Well, here's what happens. Okay? If you go onto the YouTube Content ID tab on SoundCloud for artists. I think I can show those ISRC codes. Yeah, because those are public knowledge. Okay. Where's this? I think it's this one. Nope. What's the browser tab for this? Window capture. Okay, got it. Okay, so check this out. This is the YouTube Content ID tab on SoundCloud for artists. Right now, I'm on it. Okay, so there's the songs I sent to Content ID using SoundCloud. Okay, this includes some symphonic releases. Okay, those ISRC codes, doesn't matter. They're public knowledge. You can use an ISRC finder to find those codes for yourself. Here's what happens if I try to manage Content ID on any of these. Check this out. How's that? 404, the page could not be found. Isn't that just sick? So, even if I wanted to, even if Paper Skies wanted to, he literally wouldn't be able to go in here and reject the Content ID claims, because he would get this too. So, you probably tried clearing cache. Yes, 1,000 times. Okay. So you just have 12 and you go to application on the inspector and you hit clear site data, and that clears the cache and the cookies for that website alone. Okay. I've tried on a different browser. I've tried on a different device. I've tried on incognito mode. I've tried everything, dude. Okay? If I'm showing you this, it's because I've already tried everything. And it gives me a 404 collective. So, I can't even remove the Content ID claims from my own music I self-released through Repost Network. But 04 Collective can't even pull the Content ID claims from the songs, from my songs they released through their label, because this won't work for them either. So I thought, okay, since their chatbot doesn't work, and this obviously won't do it, because this is not going to work, I'm going to send them an email. So I looked up SoundCloud contact email, and I get so there's the help center. This is the chatbot, and then there's this community.soundcloud.com link, and this actually has a bunch of email addresses, and this is the one I'm interested in. Artist and label relations inquiries. Reach out to SoundCloud's music team for artist and label inquiries and connect with the global artist, blah, 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 blah. music@soundcloud.com is your email address. I sent them an email, not even an automated response telling me they've received their email and they're on it. It's just they completely ghosted. Okay? And that was several days ago at this point. Like, that was probably like 4 or 5 days ago at this point. So I went, okay, well, since I'm being completely ghosted here, maybe if I do a public call out on social media, maybe they'll listen to me. And so I took to Twitter and I made that one post that got a bunch of views on my Instagram story. And I went, gets Content ID claim on own track, disputes it, literally gives video proof of the project file, SoundCloud for artists, no. By the way, it's fun not even being able to manage Content ID on my own self releases, because the tab apparently got deleted off the face of Earth. And since the label who distributed the track on the previous screenshot also uses Repost, they probably can't even pull it themselves. It's been like this for at least several days. Your chatbot isn't even reacting to my message. And I sent a support email 3 days ago with no response, so maybe I can finally get y'all's attention here. Spoiler alert, I didn't. They didn't even reply. And when you go onto SoundCloud support, need help? Use the help center that has our totally not dead chatbot. So what am I supposed to do now? The last resort, cancel them on Twitter. Mommy Sky, by the way, I refuse to call that platform X. It's Twitter for life. Cry about it. Cope and seethe. Okay? Alright, so, yeah. Yeah. What do I do now? Right now, I have to wait to see if the appeal gets accepted or not. If it doesn't get accepted, I'm getting a copyright strike on my channel, which is going to make for a fun call-out video, honestly. And, yeah. By telling me that my song is not my song, I'm actively losing money here. SoundCloud is actively making me lose money here. With the memberships. Being blocked. So, yeah. Just sick. Now, keep in mind, YouTube plays no part in this, okay? Copyright disputes get sent directly to the claimant. In this case, it's repost, okay? YouTube only steps in when it's time to give you a copyright strike. They step in and they look at the claimant's response and they go like, okay, does this meet the legal requirements for a copyright strike? Okay? So yeah, they only step in there. They just provide like the framework. Right? But my disputes go directly to Repost Network. And so far, the only place where they've responded to me is in the dispute. And they apparently deemed it that Modus willpower, like Modus, Adam Hater, and Milky willpower is not, like Modus is not there. Threatened to sue. Yeah, with what money? Well, I mean, threatening to sue is free. Actually suing is a different story, I guess. I'm calling it X out of spite. No money, just threaten. Maybe I'll get them to listen. I don't know. The money you make from Spain dubs. It's funny you say that. I wasn't paid. They did pay for transport and for the hotel stay. Okay, like I went there, okay, with everything paid for. Okay. I just didn't like get like an actual like paycheck from that. The scene is not big enough for that right now. Here, we need to do some work there. We need Law by Mike on this. But the thing is, I think this is pretty. I would say this is pretty fucking straightforward. Like I could literally open the project file right now for you guys. It would be missing a few samples because. Then again, it's a project file from 2020. There are some things missing, but I can open it, I can load it, I can show you the project file for Willpower, I can show you the stems. It's all there. It's just you should sell Protocoins as a cryptocurrency. Man. $, Protocoin. Ah, yes. The coin of the future. Literally. No humans will remain on the face of Earth, and the entities, the living beings of the future will only speak through Protocoins. Their only currency will be Protocoins. Oh man. It's just not the same website anymore. It's not, but it's still Twitter. I still have hope. Yes, I still have hope about Twitter, of all things. Yes, I said that. I have hopes that Elon Musk will finally realize just how fucking stupid that purchase, that Twitter purchase was. Like, bail out of it. Like, try to sell it somehow. I still have hope. Because, damn, he got a really fucking bad deal out of that. Protocoin. Oh, yeah. Yes, Proto Penny. Proto Cents. Want to hear some good news? Please, enlighten me. One online. I want to hear some good news. Twitter was pretty terrible at the tail end before it was acquired. It was a pretty gentle transition, actually, to being even more... Okay, but at least the algorithm wasn't constantly peddling, like, nonsense. Like, actual, like, I'm not even saying, like, political, like, right-wing, left-wing, like, actual nonsense. Okay? Actual misinformation, whichever way you look at it, is actually, like, getting constantly peddled by the algorithm. And AI stop. I know I said that, like, a month ago, too, but now I actually did it. I finally picked up Rushdown Craft. Absolute cinema. Can't wait for the DLC. Can't wait for the season pass, bro. Surprise me. I need the actual protocol battle in space. Like, you need to make a space mod and put the protocol in there. And give me those, like, elytra wings. And in my case, I'm finishing a 3-week collab for MFV1? Volume 1? MF? Modus flips? Modus does a flip? Yeah, bro, just make Ad Astra. Battle in space. I haven't watched Ad Astra, by the way. I don't know what it's about. Maybe I should watch the trailer and not show you guys, because I'm going to get a copyright claim on that. Ad Astra, 20th Century Fox. I bet just even, like, mentioning the name will get me a copyright claim. Oh, hey, look, it's Brad Pitt. It's the Sonny Hayes. Holy shit, bro. Is this the typical plot about, like, washed out former astronaut has to go back for some reason, like this? Is this one of those somehow Palpatine returned type plots? Something in space, and they spot an explosion, and the thing blows up, and Brad Pitt falls towards the Earth. And Brad Pitt fucking dies. Like in Marvels. And then he's alive. And then aliens. Is it actually like aliens? Bro, why so many love scenes? I'm not even, like, what is the plot? I feel like Hollywood movies, like, just have, like, quotas. Like, this movie needs one sex scene. If not, it's not a Hollywood movie. It's gonna have absolutely no reason. Like, that scene is going to make no sense being in there. And yet, it's going to be there because Hollywood. Got an ad where if you place down a minecart rail, Chime will break the rail. I personally didn't like that film. It was like Interstellar, but significantly less enjoyable to me. Okay. Last two space movies I enjoyed. Interstellar, and probably Passengers. The one with Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence. The one where he wakes up and like he's alone in a space station, and then he, like, spoiler alert, not doing that. Wait, what about Dune? Is Dune a space movie or like a desert? Like there are some space scenes, but at the core, it's an Arrakis movie. The movie takes place in Arrakis. What? How did I say that? Arrakis? But like most of the movie takes place in Arrakis, right? Okay. There's now a structure that relies on a chicken falling onto a stone pressure plate to work. I read about that on the Discord server. It's pretty funny. Rockies, yes. And Lisan Al Gaib. And then all the hey, there is one I'm excited to watch, and that's Tron Ares. Then again, I am a bit of a sucker for like really futuristic, saturated lights, nighttime cyberpunk movie. I'm a fucking sucker for that. For that, like, that aesthetic. But I kind of like Tron Legacy. Yeah, like everyone says, it was pretty underwhelming. I can see, but I kind of liked it. I haven't watched the Adam Project though. It's just it just came up to my head when Cora first came into the scene. Because it's Olivia Wilde, right? Just all that was in my head was 13 from House. Fuck. Oh no. You should. The Adam Project. 2022. It's on Netflix. That means I could potentially watch it. My sister has Netflix. It's a Ryan Reynolds movie? Oh my god. Like, Free Guy? Oh my god. My favorite sci-fi movie. That's a bold claim. Like, you would put the Adam Project above The Matrix? I'm just saying. Like, well, you probably haven't watched The Matrix, but if you did, you probably think a lot less highly about the Adam Project. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Matrix is on another fucking level. Like, just, you gotta watch it multiple times. I haven't watched the Matrix in full. So what have you watched? Like YouTube clips? Nah, man, you gotta watch that whole thing. You gotta watch the whole thing. Otherwise, you ain't watched it. I assure you, whatever you think you know about The Matrix, you have to watch the whole thing. Otherwise, you don't get it. To be honest, yes. Fucking knew it. That's the... people watch movies in YouTube Shorts nowadays. Like, that's just... People just watch movies in 60-second segments on YouTube Shorts. So the Adam Project, Ryan Reynolds, Jennifer Garner, Zoe Saldana, Mark Ruffalo. Okay. Interesting. Have you ever heard of Heish or Hai Shi? No idea. I only watch real movies. Space Jam New Legacy. I heard there was a new Space Jam movie, and it wasn't as good as the new one. Like, what's the general sentiment in that? Because the original Space Jam, like, fucking slaps. It's a banger. But the new one, I have no idea. How it should have ended. What? So the second one is how the first should have ended? I watched the trilogy like 9 years ago. I probably have more respect for the Matrix if I rewatch them now. Maybe you should. Maybe you should. Because I rewatched the trilogy a few years ago as well, after not watching them for a long time. And I found like a whole new level of appreciation for the trilogy. The third movie starts to be a little flaky, but like the first one is really good. Is like the best one for sure. The second one, it's alright, but you can kind of see that they didn't really know what to do with Neo's character, because Neo has a certain plot in Matrix 1, and he goes through like a transformation arc, and his hero arc is already complete by the ending of Matrix 1. So in Matrix 2, he's already like fully developed as a person, right? He's already been transformed. He's already been through his character arc. So they don't really know what to do with him. So they just have this like random plot of like Han Solo dies, but Matrix. You'll see what I mean if you watch Reloaded. But yeah, there's a thing they did called Haishi dubs. Who? Haishi dubs? Comedy recap. How it should have ended. Oh, okay. So it's like a mini series. The Matrix comedy recap. Okay, so like they do comedy recaps of movies and movie series. Okay. Huh? I never said that in the Discord. Oh no, you said it in Agente's chat. I tuned in the first few minutes, and then I had to go because I was about to set up the whole Spain Dubs premiere thing. So yeah. I need to go get me some more water. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to leave you with Obese Pikachu for a moment. Okay. Obese Pikachu, come to me from just off frame, from the confines of just off frame. Land. Thing. Okay? There. Obese Pikachu is now your overlord. You must obey his every command. Okay? For the next 60 seconds. And I'll also put Moe's on the screen because fan service. Because you really like your mice. So now you have Mouse, and Obese Pikachu. Obey his every command. Don't listen to this idiot. Obey his every command. Okay? I'll be watching. You see, I hath procured the fountain of youth, and I shall drink from the holy grail of BPA-ridden plastic bottle. That was a voice crack. Obese Pikachu shall be banished once again to the realm of just off frame, and this idiot goes to the Brett realm. Gotta love that BPA going right into my veins. Doctor, inject BPA directly into my what? I don't even know. Amen. Amen, brother. Okay. Beats per modus. By the way, guys, the Chime premiere about his new era stuff is tomorrow. The one small issue. It's gonna be in the middle of our stream. It's gonna be in the middle of feedback hour. So that's fun. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to play this on stream because of the partner stuff. As I said, we're gonna have to be a lot more careful. There may be some content ID potentially in there. A new chimera. Ah, yes. Somebody get Callan in here. I really needed that. Callum mentioned. Yes, dude, the Snowblind remixes? Insane. I can play mine, or ours. Cue the Soviet anthem. I can play a Gente and I's remix, but I'm not sure I can play the others. Because of content ID. So, my remix, I've already asked them to whitelist it from my channel, and they did, so sick. Thank you, Tasha, for doing that. But I'm not too sure about the others. I know for a fact I can play mine. And to test that theory, I'm gonna do it live. If I get a content ID claim on this, YouTube is gay. Have you asked if you can put the remix on Newgrounds? Sorry, not yet. I've been pretty busy and frustrated with the whole content ID thing. So, yeah. The remix that broke AU5. Oh, yeah, we gotta watch that. Do we watch AU5 being absolutely broken?
Process from start to finish, every day, every single day, and
yes. Modus, how many mode coin was that? What's mode coin supposed to mean? What is it like? What was that thing called in China? Oh, yeah, like social credit. What's mode coin supposed to be like? Social credit? Modus social credit?
It was an epic I didn't want to join the stream.
Can I expect for streaming the Snowblind remix? Yes.
Anything.
Oh, it's your pump and dump crypto scheme. Ah, yes.
So we didn't.
You can expect to get minus 24 mode coin. That'll eventually translate to you'll be a billionaire.
A couple of
that's how they talk, right? That's how
quite
the crypto bros speak.
Sharing that and to be giving feedback to the community as well.
Yeah, I didn't listen to any of this until we heard it. But also, I do want to note that this is a two-way collab.
Yes.
Okay, so at this point, Austin had already listened to it, because if he hadn't, yeah, now you're petting Austin. Look at that. You're petting Austin. Congratulations. So, Austin had already, yeah, there you go. Austin had already listened to it, because otherwise we wouldn't have been shortlisted, because they wouldn't have known. They had to listen to them first. I would have actually liked to be there for his very first reaction, but on the other hand, this is his second time listening to it. And just look at the reaction we had from him. Like, and that was his second time listening to it. God knows about the first. Should have just analyzed the waveform and shortlisted for that. The Opal Viola destroyed his brain. We're all hip hopping here. Tasha Small. Yeah, she had a bit of an issue with the webcam. I miss Tasha Baxter. We broke him, dude. Well, I mean, we're talking about him, but like Tasha's having the time of her life. Oh. But yeah, look at him. The face of a broken man who has known defeat. What's it called? I am Millennia, Sword of Mikola, and I have never known defeat until this day. By the way, Tasha jump scared there because there was a very loud thud on her end. It seems like there was like some furniture falling or something. I turned that noise way down for our edit for the video that we uploaded, but you can still hear it. Remix was so good, even the furniture moved.
Well, holy cow.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that takes me up to like some astral tired
Means a lot coming from him.
dimension.
It was so hard to tell if I liked the track or not on the other remixes. He probably really did. It's just that we producers, when we listen to stuff, we have this curse of we simply cannot enjoy the music we listen to. We are like so analytical about it all the time. It's very difficult for us to just enjoy something for what it is. It's a bit of a curse that we have, okay? But like when I listen to a track, 50% of my brain is enjoying it. The other 50% is constantly like, oh, kick's too loud by 0.347 dB. Oh my god. I kind of wish that 100% of my brain was able to enjoy it. Sometimes.
Dilated. You are like tripping.
Love how modus is just in space. There's lore behind that. My my bed. So that's my bed. That's not a sofa. That's a bed. It's just so well decorated. It doesn't look like a bed, but that is a bed. You see how it's like all tidied and well set up? It wasn't tidied and well set up. It wasn't tidied up that day. It was a fucking mess. And to show the hot mess of my bedroom, to show the hot mess that was my bedroom that day, I might as well just cut the background.
You are
That's the honest to God lore behind that, okay?
awfully tripping. Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't know. The song.
Oh my god, we got Austin to trip
know.
balls.
Like,
We got Austin to trip balls. Some kind of astral realm?
like why?
Happens sometimes.
Astral
okay?
projection type beat. Doctor Strange. The 3 kilohertz are 0.56 dB too loud. Tripping balls. Yeah. U5 has suffered his first defeat on the battlefield.
No, yeah.
I'm sure he has suffered plenty of defeats.
Yeah.
We all have. If you haven't suffered, if you haven't suffered a defeat, you're not a music producer. Save Me is a Doctor Strange type beat. That one is also whitelisted now, so I can officially listen to it. Let's make use of our whitelisting. Okay. This is the Doctor Strange type beat. Keep in mind that Doctor Strange's soundtrack is a lot more like whimsical. This one's just sad. This one's just depressing. Like the song aesthetic. Like, save me from this endless fall. You know? When did this come out? May 2024, the month after I got fired. The month after I got let go by my company. Well, I say my companies. The previous company I worked for, which I hope I never see my boss ever again, because shots will be fired. I'm just saying. Yeah, but it matches the city warping imagery. Really? So like Doctor Strange in the mirrored dimension, like the whole city warping, that fits with Safe Beat? Okay. Interesting take. I don't necessarily agree with that, but interesting take. Love the cover art for it too. Super proud of the cover art. That one's for sure. Though, I gotta say, the render is not mine. I didn't make the planet. I just repositioned the textures a little bit. So the original planet, the textures on the moon and the actual planet are like laid out a little bit differently. So it doesn't look like there's like a blue tip on the original and all that. Like, the texture is wrapped around the model a little bit differently. But I changed that, and then just the colors, the textures are just the original, just like wrapped around the model in a slightly different way. The human, I did put it there. The lighting, I did do that. That's why you see the shadow of the human. They're like sliding down. That's all me. But yeah, the model itself is not mine. I do really like how the lighting turned out, like the shadows on the planet, the hard shadows here, the little like the projection here, how it gets darker here. That's sick. Really like that. And then the star field I did do myself. But yeah. Cover art has been my Safari homepage wallpaper for more than a year now. Thank you. Free Unity assets, the cover art, dude. I will take every shortcut at my disposal when it comes to visuals, because I'm not like a professional like 3D artist. Okay, when it comes to visuals, I will take every shortcut I need. If If it's in my power to save me some time with that, I probably will. Save Me is basically Evanescence, the song? Really? Okay. Evanescence, the same one that made Zombie. In your head, zombie. Like, the same ones? Dude, what? Can you imagine YouTube copywriting me over singing that song? Oh wait, no, the zombie one was the Cranberries. Ah, shit. That's my bad. No. I was incorrect. That's the Cranberries. The Evanescence one is the what Lex is saying. Wake me up inside. Wake me up. Na, 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 save me. That's Evanescence. The other one was the Cranberries. Yep. Apologize for that. Modus does not agree with our takes. Sorry for not agreeing with your takes. I apologize. Chillax. This track is a representation of a really cool song that you can stream now. I probably have to change that as well, because that's the Price is Right theme. So that could get flagged too. We are gonna have to do like a bit of a sweep, like going through all the sounds on the board and check that, like, check that they're royalty free, or like at least free to use without getting content ID claimed. Save Me is Evanescence, the song. Okay. Actually, yeah, that can happen. Please be careful when singing. But the thing is, would you be able to dispute it? Would you be able to dispute it if, like, say, you got a content ID claim for, like, say, singing Bohemian Rhapsody? Okay? And you got a content ID claim for Bohemian Rhapsody. You could probably dispute that, because you haven't even played the song, have you? You've just, like, sang it. So that's fair use, the way I see it. Like, could I copyright people? Like, could I claim copyright on people for singing my music? What? No, that's just wrong. I think no, because it would count as a performance. Yeah, no, it would be just wrong. Like, that would just be wrong. If that was a thing, it would have made the news. So, no. I'm pretty confident that, no, that's not a thing. And it's more than just, it's more than just a passing line. Save Me is Evanescence in tone, in emotion. Like, Amy Lee could sing Save Me, and it would work, because it would just sound like Evanescence 2.0. Interesting. Get Amy Lee on the stream right now. Getting copyright strike for singing Bismillah. Bismillah. We will not let you go, let me go. Bismillah. We will not let you go, let me go. Bismillah. YouTube, come at me, bro. I'm just a poor boy from a poor family, spared in his life from this monstrosity. I don't have perfect pitch. I'm not a nerds. Nerds. E sharp. You gotta remember, E sharp exists. E sharp is just F. Well, it's not technically. E sharp is not F. E sharp is E sharp and F is F. Okay? They just happen to sound the same. But E sharp is E sharp and F is F. They're like two different denominations. They're two different notes that just happen to sound the same. Okay? There's actually a name for that, I think. And I know what it's called in Spanish. It's called en armonía. But I have no idea how it's called in English. So maybe let's look it up. Enharmonic equivalence. Is that a thing? Okay, so it is the same then. Oh my god! Thank you. In music, two written notes have enharmonic equivalence if they produce the same pitch but are notated differently. Similarly, written intervals, chords, or key signatures are considered enharmonic if they represent identical pitches that are notated differently. The term derives from Latin enharmonicus, in turn from late Latin enharmonius, from ancient Greek Hi Luis, what's up? The predominant tuning system in Western music is 12-tone equal temperament, 12 tet, where each octave is divided into 12 equal half steps or semitones. Each half step is both a chromatic semitone, A sharp or A flat, and a diatonic semitone, a minor step between two diatonic notes. The notes F and G are a whole step apart, so the note one semitone above, F, F sharp, and the note one semitone below G, G flat, indicate the same pitch. These written notes are enharmonic or enharmonically equivalent. The choice of a notation for a pitch can depend on its role in harmony. This notation keeps modern music compatible with earlier tuning systems, such as mean tone temperaments. The choice can also depend on the note's readability in the context of the surrounding pitches. Multiple sharps or flats can produce other enharmonic equivalents. For example, F double sharp is enharmonically equivalent to G natural. There, I just made the next pre-drop for convexity. I just made a new pre-drop vocal for convexity. So yeah, feel free to sample that, Jay. You got it for free. Bro, I was yesterday years old when I learned the Spanish Pokemon games don't call it a shiny Pokemon, it's variocolor. Yeah, so the thing with shiny is shiny means that it shines, like sparkles, right? That in Spanish would be translated to brillante, as in... But the thing is, brillante means both shiny but also bright, right? So, bright, it like, I get why they did that, because it's like pretty confusing. So, variocolor means, quite literally, it means like variation in color, right? So it's like the most straightforward possible explanation. It's just a different color Pokemon, right? So yeah, it's Pokemon variocolor. Because if they called it a bright Pokemon, un Pokemon reluciente or brillante, that wouldn't mean squat. Alright, everyone in chat now sing Bohemian Rhapsody. Mama! That does sound like a convexity pre-drop. See? Somebody clip that and send it to Jay. Are you excited for Lost Lands 25? If I was going, I'd be excited. But I'm not. As in, I'm not going. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. My name is Bohemian Rap. Hi, my name is. Okay, now we're just turning this into karaoke. YouTube will flag at least some point of this. Modus Lost Lands fund, guys. Let's do it. Make it happen. The thing is, even if that fund were to succeed, it would literally be impossible. I need a working visa to work in the US, right? So with a passport, what I could do is show up to Lost Lands, buy a ticket to Lost Lands, maybe like get brought up to stage by someone else to like wave at the crowd or something, but I wouldn't be able to actually play anything because then I would be working. So the second I were to touch a deck, I would technically be working, and that would be illegal because I don't have a visa. And visas to get into the US are prohibitively expensive and not even a guarantee. I could pay thousands of euros for the chance to get a visa, not to get visa. And it would take a very long time, and it would be very stressful, and it's frankly not something I need right now. So I would rather just try to expand my presence here first, maybe even try Asia when it happens at some point. Chinese fans, please talk to your venue friends, see if they can book me. I would love to go there. Modus illegal immigrant arc. Modus cameo at Lost Lands for free is not work if you make no money. No, it is. It would be. The government of the United States does not take the most kindly to people from other countries coming there at the moment. Exactly. Maybe wait like 4 years, just spitballing that figure. The thing is, even under Biden, the visa got more expensive. So, yeah. Like maybe they were more kind. Maybe they were more keen on people coming in, but that didn't mean the visas got cheaper. So right now it's just a matter of no. Right now it's pretty impossible. Us Modus, US Modus fans will block eyes for you. Just can't. I know. Dreaming is free. Dreaming is free. Maybe I'm just too realistic. Maybe I'm just too realistic. It's like God of War. Expect nothing and you will never be disappointed. Hate is free. Cosmic Flip, please elaborate. Have you had a negative experience today? We can help you out with that. I mean, Chime went, maybe hit up. Yeah, but they have a visa. Simple as that. Chime gets booked because Chime has a visa. I hate fake people. Me too. Is that something you're open to discuss, or do you prefer to keep it private? The government of the... I've already read that. Jesus. My orchestra played a shortened version of Bohemian Rhapsody. I played Bohemian Rhapsody once. It was a piano cover. It was a... I've already talked about this, but like might as well on some other stream. We had this... so back when I was studying at the academia, like classical music at the academia, we had more than just the classical subjects. Okay, so we had like standard music theory, standard piano lessons, and then we had like optional things we could choose to take on. So back then, I was on the choir, on the academia's choir. Yes, I know, crazy. And then we had this thing called collective piano. Collective piano is this very unique thing where you mostly play like modern pieces, like songs, like modern pop songs. You adapt them to piano, and multiple people play them on the same piano. So you'll end up with like 2 pianos and 3 people on each piano. And it'll be like 12 hands. Like a 12-hand piece. And like it'll be like Bohemian Rhapsody 12-hand arrangement for piano. It was crazy. It was so fun. It was so much fun. And yeah, we did that. We did a 12-hand arrangement of Bohemian Rhapsody for 2 pianos. So 6 people, 2 pianos. It was amazing. So much fun. Modus therapist, therapist mode. Kind of prefer keeping it in private. It's alright. We absolutely need Lost Lands Dublin. So basically, Rampage. Like, you just described Rampage, brother. We have Lost Lands at home. 6 people on 2 pianos. Yes, you heard that right. You mentioned this in a Rushdown Discord Q&A. Yep. What? Wow, that was a long time ago. Now that I think about it, Rushdown Discord Q&A. That must have been like pandemic. Damn. Then again, it feels like the pandemic was like a reality distortion field where time doesn't exist. So it felt like 80 years ago at this point. My younger brother learned the entire end of NYP 10 on piano by ear and is working on the middle part with all the callbacks. Dude, that's amazing. It's amazing. That's amazing. Even I haven't learned the entirety of NYP 10 on piano. I have to confess, some parts of it I didn't perform. I did perform most of the second act. So, as much as I could, like, realistically play with 2 hands, right? So this is also whitelisted. I can also play this. So, you know, that is pretty simple to play. And then it gets to a certain point where it's pretty hard to play. So I just played to the best of my ability, and then I added some things later in the piano roll. So here what I played is the accompaniment, the piano bit that's not the melody. So that thing without the melody on top. That's what I played. And then I don't recall, but either I played the melody separately and then I quantized it, or I just like straight up did it on the computer. Modus Fest when? It's complicated. It's complicated. I'd be happy to throw down at like, I'd be happy to like book a session at at my rehearsal place and do like a boiler room style set with like 10 people. That'd be so sick. But the logistics of that is beyond my beyond my ability. So yeah, but like a boiler room set, like 360-degree set with like 10 people on this like confined space. That'd be so sick. That'd be really cool, honestly. Have you been able to speak with Nair? No, as in I haven't DM'd him in a while. I know he was around a few days ago. Beyond your comprehension, yeah. Shut up. Oh man. Gives it a more nostalgic feel. Yeah. What's Rampage? Okay, Rampage is basically the equivalent of Lost Lands here. It takes place in June in Belgium. Rampage 2026, because 2025 has already happened. Rampage Open Air 2026, July 2nd through July 5th. Okay, so it's July instead. Rampage 2026, and it takes place in Belgium. It's drum and bass and dubstep. So yeah, I know for a fact there are some big profile artists that go there. I think Chime went to Rampage. Frankie Nuts went to Rampage. Yeah, there's just it would be a lot easier to aim for something like Rampage right now. You know, I would have to have some more experience before I could consider Rampage, but I feel like I'd be ready. Like, if I was able to play Spain dubs, I can do anything, honestly. We're all breaking down each other's necks really up close and personal in a tiny room, and Mo's in the middle trying to play a set. Trying. Emphasis on trying. Paul and Agente starting Astral Fest would be so cool. Paul and Agente back-to-back set. I'm all for it, honestly. Hey, Agente, if you ever come here, I'm booking an entire evening in the rehearsal space, and we're doing like a live recorded set, like back-to-back set, and like stream it on Twitch or something where the content ID gods won't get us. I'd love to do that. Hell yeah. Just make sure to bring 5 USB sticks. DJ set, but Modus and Agente fight for control. It'll probably be like 1 song each. Something like that. Astral Fest on the ISS or bust. Keyword trying. Oh man. Breathing, autocorrect set breaking. Yes. Explorers of the internet were on Rampage. Yeah. Yes. Yes, so much. I don't know what's with my nose. When I talk for so long, I get it's almost like I start to have a runny nose or something when I talk for too long. Always happens. But it's not even a DJ set. Astral Fest is like a yearly festival. Cultivate the astral based stuff. Get artists on. I don't feel like the size of our of this endeavor. I don't feel like we have enough traction for that to be a thing. Like we would be dreaming too big for the size of the movement as it is right now. So yeah, I wouldn't bet my life on it. There are dozens of us in caps, but in 3 years I bet there'll be more than 5. Are there going to be more people that get on the astral base trend? I know for a fact there have been more people that have been tested. Sorry about that. My throat. I know for a fact there have been people, there have been some artists that have been testing the orchestral blend. I know that for a fact. I think it was Desex on her new album, New Aluminum. She was trying out some orchestral stuff, like some slight cinematic blends. And I've seen a bunch of stuff already, like popping in, like select few artists popping up here, you know, like here and there. Ad infinitum, yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, it's just orchestral dubstep. I wouldn't say it's the same as astral bass. Like astral bass is like a very specific version of orchestral dubstep in a way, if you know what I mean. So unfortunately I can't play Ad Infinitum on stream because we're partner and we would get absolutely scorched. So I can't play on stream unless it was feedback. But yeah, orchestral tear out. Or maybe I could play it, but then I have to go back to the VOD and delete it and like erase the song and keep my speech over it, and that's like a whole process, right? Modus set, but the entire set visual is Moe's and obese Pikachu staring at the audience. I joke when I talk, so I need to stay comprehensive to compose myself. I joke when I talk too, It's just you gotta learn when to joke and when not to joke. Because maybe you're talking to like the president, and you can't just say to the president of your country, "Well, I joke when I talk, Mr. President." Also, Opal, I didn't know you played viola. Yes, she did. Would it be orchestral dubstep plus futuristic and ethereal sound design equals astral bass? But then Extruder would be astral bass. Is Extruder astral bass? It's complicated. I would argue Extruder is orchestral dubstep. Alright? I feel like astral bass is a very specific definition. Like it's not just about the music. Like astral bass is a bigger umbrella where it's this combination of world building, music, the brand also plays a role in that. Like I feel like astral bass is more check boxes than just the music. Astral bass is music as a story. But then if a pop song had a story, would that be astral bass? This genre fragmentation is getting too much. Yeah. I wouldn't even say astral bass is a genre. It's more like an aesthetic, a trend. Like when I don't know what else to call my music, I just call it astral bass. Because I have no fucking idea, dude. I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. So I don't even know if I'm calling it like dubstep step. Or like DMB. Why is my back hurting so much? Jesus Christ. Can we all just call it melodic like we used to and call it a day? Melodic. But then, I don't know. I don't know about that, Chief. Melodic. Bass. Just bass. Man, we never had that many dubstep producers. Even with feature-based producers, has a chance to invite any voice actors like Brenda Song be voicing and to sing in a first-ever dubstep song. I feel like, have you guys watched this video by Kara, the Splice vocalist Kara, from the famous Kara vocal packs? Apparently, she just put out an album on Spotify and they deleted it. Spotify deleted it because of some distributor stuff, and I think so please, like, do correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think she mentioned she used DistroKid for the album, which we all know, like, DistroKid infamously, like, the second you stop paying them, they take all your stuff down from Spotify. She did, okay. So she used DistroKid for her album. That probably was a mistake. But then again, she probably didn't know at the time. So we can't really blame her. It's just, yeah. She used DistroKid, and they had some issues for something, and then the album she spent $100,000 on, which you might be wondering, how is that possible? $100,000 on an album? Like, what? Yeah, there was a ton of like videography costs involved, like doing like tons of marketing and promotional material, shooting music videos. That takes a lot of money. I could probably create an album with like $0 or whatever my electricity bill is, because I have every step of the process. I'm the producer, I'm the mixer, I'm the mastering engineer, I make the visuals, I make the promotion, I release it, I distribute it, I do the everything. So yeah, she did pay a fuck ton of money, and then it all just vanished. And why were we even talking about this? Oh yeah, because she started out as an EDM vocalist, and she mentioned in her video that EDM has one of the lowest barriers of entry for vocalists because EDM artists are always looking for new artists. Wow, genius, genius wording there, Paul. EDM artists are always looking for like new voices, new vocalists. That's true. Like, quite honestly, I'm looking for new voices to star in my songs all the time. I literally ask around, like, hey, do you know any like singers I might not have heard of? Right? So yeah. Kara on a Modus track when? Not Kara samples, but like actually Kara. Not happening. Because of this. Like literally, I wish we got any voice actors to voice any cartoon characters to sing in any dubstep songs that can actually go off. You just described the New Year Protocol series. There's like fictional characters, and I do the voice acting for every character in there, except for the humans. Oddly enough, that's a text to speech. Creating music with only 1 pence. Like one penny. Sorry. So the singular is penny, the plural is pence, right? Yeah, it's pence. I'm not gonna lie, she did pay a fuck ton of money for her album, yeah. And this is why looking for vocalists outside of EDM will be a higher chance of finding a vocalist. But what? Like, vocalists outside of EDM would be a higher chance of finding a vocalist. No, not like... What I just said is EDM has one of the lowest barriers of entry because EDM artists are always looking for new vocalists, for new voices. So, if anything, EDM is like the most open market for new vocalists. That's what I said, right? I want to see if Anne from Amphibia or like Luth from the Owl House singing this kind of style of music. I want to hear Luth singing Roy Knox dubstep songs. Is this these are some long shots here, boys. I'm hearing a fair share of very long shots. And like I said, dreaming is free. Whoa. Like I said, dreaming is free. But if you're realistic for just 1 second, you'll know that that's probably like just not doable. Oh my god, my hair is actually terrible today. Please, dude, I'm trying to. I'm gonna have a big cold shower tomorrow morning and be shiny new for the feedback stream. Shiny, not varicolor. Also electric kazoo, that is all. Electric kazoo fucking slaps. Yeah, it's like the other Oxymore remix. The other Oxymore Snowblind remix. And this is why, okay, I've already seen that. Creating music with 2 shillings. With 2 seashells on the seashore. Is it really though? Because I feel like I see the same vocalists all the time in the EDM space. Maybe it's because you keep listening to the same artists. I'm just saying. Maybe you're just like, you keep listening to the same artists that tend to work with the same people. Like for example, I feel like the vocalist I've worked the most with is Miss Lena, I think. And outside of that, I had Louder in one song once. I had Cora in Reconnect. I bet y'all didn't hear about Cora until Reconnect came out. I'm just saying. I have some new vocal tracks, like some new vocals planned for some of the IDs I've been doing recently. I bet y'all didn't hear of Sayuri when AU5 came out with all his Sayuri tracks, like the Earthwave EP and then Levity. By the way, I'm gonna tell you something you guys will never be able to unhear. our Snowblind remix, the end, like just try to play the end of the Snowblind remix and then playing Levity immediately afterward. Oh. So, like, go ahead and play a Snowblind remix. And then, like, start playing Levity. They flow together like it's... Like, they're two album tracks that are right next to each other, dude. It's insane. They transitioned too well. There. You'll never be able to unhear that now. You gotta see my hair. Mine is worse. Trust. If you say so. I was so lucky to have a haircut because last month my hair grew like trash. I feel you on that because my hairdresser went on vacation for the middle 2 weeks of August. And the day I was going to ask him to cut my hair, he had just gone on vacation, so I had to wait a further 2 weeks with an already pretty long hair that needed cutting. So imagine me like 2 weeks later looking like fucking Toad from Super Mario. You should have seen me, but you didn't because I was in the middle of my stream break, all planned, bro. You didn't see like long ass hair, Paul. Probably the longest I've ever had my hair. It was starting to bulge up like Toad. I can tell you that much. I was gonna say, Cosmic Fluid, I bet you didn't hear about Flow Anastasia when Skybreak came out with Half-Blood. I'm just saying, right? My hair is probably getting close to a foot long. Jesus Christ. I mean, if you want long hair like a Gente. Miss Lena is a great vocalist. She's super duper talented. Agree. Hard agree on that. Composing a jolly little ditty on merely 2 shillings and 4 florins. Somehow I said that with a straight face and without tripping. I hope it's gonna be Mika Martin because I love this man so much. I watch his live videos on Instagram and this man is killing the scene that he shows us. I've technically had Mika Martin feature in a song. The Hanging by a Thread remix. Can you hold that? I can't go that high with that falsetto, but okay. This one is not. This one is not distributed, so this should be fine. La, 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 la. I was so close to playing this at Madrid. I just didn't have time to fit it in the set. But I totally would have. Dun, 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 dun. Don't lose your head. Just bow, bow. Minado. Bow, bow. Dum, dum. Lo, 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 lo. Lo, 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 lo. Buried through solid ground. Okay, that's enough. For Flow Anastasia's been on some trance/house songs, which is really cool. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't mind reaching out to her and at least asking her for rates. Okay, Paul, I think we get the point. I'm obsessed with Mona Moa's voice. Okay. I've technically featured... I've technically featured Beyonce in my... Imagine I said that. In 2016, I grabbed this Mona Moa a cappella straight from Looperman. Because she used to distribute free a cappellas in Looperman back in the day. And yeah, I just grabbed this and I made Rise with it. I love Rise. I just wish it was a little bit more polished, because you can tell the 2016ness on this. This is also, I believe, either not distributed or it doesn't have content ID. So I think this one is also safe to play. That Lee is too loud. Yeah, it's just the little things. But the theme is cool. However, there is a very solid chance that this acapella was used in some... So, since this is just a free Looperman acapella, there's a chance it got picked up by someone else, and they made a track, and they did distribute it. So, if I play the acapella in here, there's a chance that Content ID is going to pick it up with another song. So, I'm not going to take that risk. Content ID is the bane of my existence right now. I need to sort the willpower stuff. I need Repost Network to actually fucking listen to what I'm saying. I need SoundCloud to not fucking ghost me. It's. I feel like it should be pretty fucking straightforward. I don't. Yeah. This song is good when there's not a little modus in my ear telling me the least. Honestly, fair. Honestly, that's totally fair. I technically featured Virus Syndicate. In the We Don't Play remix? Phase 1 was ready for the murder. If like the Caesar eliminate them. I can't rap like that. I would trip over myself very quickly. Are you excited for the final season of... I haven't watched My Hero Academia. I haven't watched Boku no Hero. Dude, for what it's worth, I haven't, like, I've had all four of the Neon Genesis Evangelion movies, like the 4 new movies, the like remaster movies they did. I have all 4 of them in my hard drive. I've had them for like 2 years in my hard drive. I still haven't watched them. It never occurs to me. It never, like, I seem to always have something better to do. Can we not talk about My Hero? What's the matter? Agente as copyrighted having long hair. Okay. I gotta go bald then. Bald opal. Opold. Obald. What? Unfortunately, AU5 has copyrighted being bald. Medium length. The bob haircut. Okay. I guess it's the Karen haircut then. Manga ending was dog doo-doo. But that was the manga. Cameron bald. Mo bald. What? Mauled. Maldus. Baldus. Please don't. Don't run my face through an AI to make me bald, okay? I appreciate my privacy. Mauled. Fuck. I haven't watched the entire shows until when I got a chance. I just had... Is that like Naruto, where like there are literally pages that tell you which episodes are filler so you can skip them? Is it like that, or Pauled? Stop. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Oh, we got no music. Now we do. Oh, nah, My Hero has no feelers. Okay. Shall we flute? The toot? Flute the toot! My automaton has been collecting dust for, like, weeks now. It's... and it's still, like, with this, like, dumb smile of... Yes, I broke. So what? I can't even throw it into the right place. It has to bump with the speaker. What's your favorite song from Art Prophet? I don't listen to Art Prophet enough to know a favorite song, honestly. Thanks for the pet. So yeah, all the hairstyles are now copyrighted. Alright, Paul, here's an easy one. Surprise me. What's your favorite song of One and Online? One and Offline? Can't wait for 10 or 20 years from now, in a very specific timeline, I finally hire you to do the film score for the movie adaptation of the book I'm writing. All down for it. Just make sure you're not like that one guy who asked me to work on his film, and then he had this like crazy ass idea that was so weird, and then and then he stopped talking to me. And then he just vanished. He was sent to the Brett realm. Just make sure you have a specific idea and you have it all laid out and you have a budget and you have everything in place. Please. Don't waste my time, please. What's your favorite song from Lumpaskete? Whichever one I listened to last. I guess. This man makes his songs so diabolically incredible. Like, I decided to think myself, I'm gonna quit my career of trying to be a producer. So you're quitting before you even start? What kind of career is that then? And a jolly little collab with Delia Derbyshire, real musician by the way, make the Doctor Who theme for 8 shillings and 300 tuppence. 300 tuppence? That read like Tupperware for me. 300 Tupperwares? Ah, yes. If it was orchestral dubstep with cinematic film scoring and a story, it wouldn't be pop. But I feel like it'd be Astro Bass. No, what I meant was if a pop song came out and it had a story, would you call it Astro Bass as per your definition? You know? Mary Poppins reference? Ah, yes. What was it called? Supercalifragilisticexpialidosis? Or that's how it was called in Spanish anyway. Supercalifragilisticexpialidoso. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Okay. Close enough. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. In Spanish, supercalifragilisticexpialidoso. What was your experience when collabing for the very first time? Was it difficult to adjust to a different workflow? Honestly, no, not really. My first collab was with Jackson, Jack Demus. 2015, we made this song called Tourette Step. It's funny because 10 years later, I got diagnosed with incomplete Tourette's. So, cool. It's irony. It's ironic, dude. Subtle foreshadowing for sure. Full circle. By all means. So yeah, my first collab was with Jackson. And Jackson, he had a FL as well. And at that time, we just straight up worked with FL projects. So like he'd send me his FL project, and my workflow was undefined enough that I didn't mind working on another person's project. Like my workflow was so fucking messy myself that anything that was sent my way was better than whatever I did, organization wise. So I just, yeah. Didn't really matter to me. I guess the first time I started working with stems, though, I can't recall. I'm not even sure if the first collab I did with stems came out. But I couldn't tell you what it was. It's a bit of a blur. Like, there have been so many attempts at collabs that have ended up in, like, either me turning it into a solo track or just not coming out at all. Incomplete Tourette's, better go 100% with it. If I go 100% with it, I would have vocal tics too, which I don't have. So the doctors told me I had incomplete Tourette's because I only had motor tics and not vocal tics. So you need to have both to be diagnosed with Tourette's, and for an extended period of time. In my case, I've had motor tics for years, but I've never had vocal tics. It's not like I randomly say words or make random sounds without my consent. Right? I can control my mouth. Fighting the urge to make another Dragonfly reference whenever someone says full circle. Full circle! The river's up! Undertones in the undertone! Dragonfly! Okay, we already did that this past Tuesday. No more Dragonfly. Honestly, more of these undercover artists like Kaifu are not creating Dubstep 2.0 throughout the year. Only Dubstep 2.0. I feel like right now we're at like Dubstep build 4000. It's like Windows. Their builds are measured on the tens of thousands now. Their build versions. So yeah, was it difficult to adjust to the different workflow? At the time, no, not really. But that was only because I had no workflow. So yeah. And then it was also FL Studio, so it was kind of similar. But yeah, I know it's I guess you could say, and I still have this problem quite a bit, is when somebody sends me stuff, when somebody sends me their part of the stems, like I'll send them the first half of the song or like 50% of the song, like my part of the song, okay? And then they'll work based on that. Instead of me adapting my melodies to their work, there are times where I'll try to get them to change stuff so it better suits what I did. And that is something I'm still guilty of to this day. Like despite it being a collab, the melodies I want to see in that song are so clear to me. Right? I had such a clear idea already that maybe I don't give the other artists enough room to really innovate. And I try to get them to stick to the melodies I designed to some extent. That is I'm still guilty of that to this day. Like me not being flexible enough with other people I work with. That's a thing that I would like to be more flexible, like be more forgiving. That would be the word. Be more forgiving and more welcoming of new ideas. Dubstep 2.0.4 Alpha Build 2045, yes. Oh man. Honestly, after finishing the last few collabs, starting one more, I think I will collab with vocalists from now on or go solo. How so? You didn't have a good experience collabing? Like people like ghosting you or something? I gotta say, that's not the norm. Like, getting ghosted like that, it's not the norm. The fact that it happened to you several times in a row is already pretty strange. It does happen. Don't get me wrong. It has happened to me. I've had very high profile people ghost me. Like people that have promised me a release on Monster Cat. A release of our collab on Monster Cat. I've had that kind of people ghost me. Right? And yeah, as frustrating as it is, you have to move on and you have to seek other people who will deliver, you know? You know what it is, Paul. Yeah, I do, but still. I think it's a little too soon for you to throw in the towel and destroy all of your trust in humanity just because you had a few bad experiences. I feel like right now would be too early to throw in the towel for you still. Yep. Like literally, I heard songs like Dawn by Kaifu and Zuma and also Puspa by blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you, I literally died from hearing 2 songs that the sound design they make shouldn't exist. Aha, good sound design. Then again, you could have the craziest sound design, but if your composition doesn't do it justice, like you can have the craziest sound design and still have the most disconnected ass structure for a song, and that will sound bad. No matter how good the sound design is, the song won't work as a song. It'll just be like a tech demo, right? But for a song to be a song, it has to flow. And if you have the craziest sound design, but your song doesn't flow, it's pointless. It's worthless. I prefer songs that are well written, but they don't necessarily reinvent the wheel, if you know what I mean. I've heard some full flavor omni-genre songs that just sound like tech demos. What am I saying? Camellia has collabed with Camellia twice at least. Modus remix. I think a lot of people online at the end of the day are people I don't know, so unless someone would be very willing to work with me with an energy I can actually get, then I would work with them. But 99% of the time I will go solo. Is that work in progress of yours still on the line for our collab? Because I haven't been able to get to it because I've just been working on this post NYP batch on the first post NYP batch, and I've just had a bunch of like life stuff. Life is getting in the way. Okay, so that's no longer a thing. Well, we can always start something new whenever you want. Well, whenever I can. Maybe next year we can talk something out. What? Oh. Expectation versus reality right there. Modus is the 1%. I'm glad you think that. I appreciate that. I try my best. I don't know, for me, it doesn't compute with me not delivering on what I say, right? Like, if I say something, I gotta do it. Like, you know? I don't know why that's not a thing with some other people. Like, they just throw whatever words, and those, like, they just say words, and those words are like a fart in the wind. But man, if you say something, you have to deliver on that. You know? People are indecisive. I mean, yeah, but if you're indecisive, then make up your damn mind before talking to someone. You know? Or at least be upfront about it. Like, hey, I'm not sure about this. Maybe it's not gonna work out. Like, don't promise me something. Like, hey, oh yeah, you're such a cool producer. We're gonna collab, and this is gonna get on. Like, we're gonna like, I'm going to have this sent to Monster Cat, and then 8 months later, no reply after I send them the stems. Don't do that. Like, I would have preferred if that person just went, hey, look, I don't have time for this. Life is getting in the way, or maybe even just like be brutally honest. Hey, I don't want to work with you anymore. I would have honestly preferred that. I would have rather some sort of like reply message just like turning me down, because then I'd be able to move on from that. But if you have me waiting for 8 fucking months, then that's 8 months of my time I'm losing, right? And that I'm never getting back. I think a lot of people online, are people I don't know, so unless someone would be very willing to go with an energy I can actually get, I will work with them. Okay, said that. I read that already. Isn't that the one that turned into Spectre? No, that's the one that turned into Over Me Too. Spectra was originally going to be a collab. I don't even know if I can say this. Hey, they'll probably be okay with this. Spectra was originally going to be a collab with Chime. And then for one reason or the other, it just fell through completely amicably. Okay. Chime said, hey, this is not clicking. We can collab in the future with a different tune. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. I can just turn this into a solo track now. That's it. That's how it should be done. Okay? Just tell me you're not feeling it. It's okay. You're human, after all. Congrats, you're human. Just... Jesus, why is it so difficult for people to not... I've decided to shelve my collab with Modus for the foreseeable future because I visited him in real life and he stinks really bad of paella and fish. You should have seen the lonja, dude. And now you're probably going, what the fuck is a lonja? It's basically the big place where they sell tons of fish. That probably has a name in English. Market, like, yeah, like a fish market. Okay, lonja. Should have taken you to the lonja, bro. Fish market. Okay. Ayo, yes. I've already told you guys. I really would be down to work with Chime, and from what I know, they feel the same. Like, Modus Chime collab, I wouldn't say is a question of if, but when. We just have to find the right thing to work on. Right? I saw you said at some point that you would have originally had a collab with Chime. Yeah, Spectra was that. I honestly really wish I could get everything out of my chest, but if I do, I'll probably have most people from Rushdown turn against me because of it. Why though? Why would we turn against you for expressing your feelings? Do you have something offensive to say about us or something? No? If not, what's wrong? Like, do you want to roast me? Like, are you looking to cancel me on Twitter for some reason? I think I'm gonna call it off for today. 2 hours 15. I think you guys have had enough modus for the night. Yes, Paul, I want to roast you. Go ahead. Guys, I had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining and stick around until the very end. We shall see each other in less than 24 hours. Saturday, September 6th, 2025, 7 p.m. Central European Summer Time. Feedback hour. It's back, baby. Content ID notwithstanding. I'll just mute all the feedback segments, but so you can still listen to my feedback on top of that. And yeah, get ready for 2 to 5 ppm. All right, sick, can't wait. Yeah, feedback hour, YouTube partner edition. Let's go. I've been Paul, aka Modus. Have a great rest of your Friday night, or if you are in the other half of the world, Saturday early morning. Like now, right now it's 20 minutes past midnight here, so on Saturday. And yeah, as always, until next time. So 225 BPM, what is that?